Hello and welcome to Down and Dirty with Darci. I'm your host, Darci Smith, also known as Career Coach Darci. We are here to get down and dirty about careers, uncovering salaries, wild stories, backgrounds, and more from guests with some of the most eccentric professions each week. This podcast is presented by Onomy. Welcome back to Down and Dirty with Darci. Today I have Charlie with me. Charlie is a boxer turned British travel blogger that combines his sense of humor, we'll see about that, with his love for exploration to create content for his socials and his blog, Wanderers and Warriors. In 2012, he took a break from boxing to roam around Australia. He extended the trip a few times, and then he built a clothing line. And then he finally realized sharing his experience through travel is what he wanted to do. Welcome to the podcast, Charlie. Let's get down and fucking dirty.
Let's do it.
He's like, can we cuss? I'm like, oh yeah, we can cuss.
Yeah, first question, are we allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Good,
Perfect.
That was incredible.
Is it good?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the most professional intro I've ever had for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, I was going through your website. I'm like, okay, I got it. He has a whole about me. I gotta make this look good.
Make it look good.
I was like, I gotta let him know I did my research.
Yeah. I'm impressed.
I am a career coach, so I do prep people on like how to interview. So I feel like that was my prep.
Okay.
So it was good.
That was fantastic. This is my first podcast as well. So
oh my gosh.
Well,
I will be easy on you maybe.
See how it goes.
But let's start from the beginning. Tell us where you're from. How did you get to LA right now?
Yeah.
Where do you currently live? What the heck? How did you become a boxer? I just need to know everything.
So it's a huge long backstory, but I'll try and make it as quick as possible. So
yeah, I don't want to listen to you talk all day.
Yeah, it's your podcast, right?
Just kidding.
So grew up in a little town called Peterborough in England. It's about an hour north of London. Grew up in a fighting family, so my mum and dad run a professional boxing gym.
Oh,
so that was the whole.
I was going a different way with that.
Right.
Fighting,
oh, really? Okay.
Fighting family. Just
yeah.
kidding.
Oh, yeah.
That's my bad jokes.
Not an actual fight. Yeah. Cut.
Cut.
Not an actual fighting family, but yeah, professional boxing was always going to be my choice of career. Mm-hmm. So grew up competing, took it very seriously. Guess I was quite good at what I'd done. And then, age 20, I was offered a professional boxing contract. And my dad was actually the one that kind of convinced me and said, look, before you settle down, it's a big sporting career. You should probably take a little break, go and do something. I was like, okay, cool. Booked a 3-month trip on the east coast of Australia.
Okay, so you went to Australia. It was you kept extending the trip. And then you eventually turned into a travel blogger. How did that even happen?
Yeah, so pretty much, I was in Australia for a year, working holiday, just doing odd jobs to keep the money coming in and ticking by. Done New Zealand for 2 years, 6 months in Southeast Asia. Went back, and that was where the kind of penny drops that I need to freelance. I need to be working for myself. My parents were always self-employed and kind of pushed that upon me. Long story short, I set up I was always into making things and, buying cheap things and selling them for more and that kind of stuff. So yeah. I set up a little clothing line from my bedroom back home, rented a place and started just printing travel-related clothing. Set up the Wanderers and Warriors, which is now my travel blog. But originally the Wanderers and Warriors was my clothing brand, and used Instagram back in the day. This was 2015 to kind of market.
Oh yeah,
so
you started early.
Yeah, hashtag travel. And then I'd jump on people's posts and be like, come check out my clothing, come check out my clothing.
Oh my gosh.
And then, it took a little while, but it started picking up. I was going to the post office every day, posting stuff to all places in the world. And then the thing was, people would take photos with my clothing in different destinations.
Yeah.
And that for me, it wasn't so much about the money. I was just like, wow, this is insane. Yeah. This online space is wild. I can literally reach people. And this could go on forever, but basically done that for a few months, made a bit of bank. Also, whilst working part-time as a care worker for kids in care. Okay. Got some money together and went off traveling around Asia again, headed to India, Sri Lanka, Myanmar. As I was traveling around, I was traveling with my ex-girlfriend at the time. We got in. Ooh,
tell us about that.
Yeah. No, that was wicked. It's actually, this is raw. We split up 2 months ago after 6 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is this could go very sour. No, I'm good. I'm in LA. Everything's good. But yeah, we were together for 6 years, and we got into the whole travel couple. We got into the travel couple thing early. Before influencer was a term, before content creator, right. There were a few big people that we looked up to within the travel creating industry. Yeah. But we were definitely one of the first travel couples.
That's nice. You had we're in love and we travel thing.
Exactly. So we started taking photos just generally on Instagram like everybody else does, documenting travels. And we noticed when we post photos together or kissing or whatever it is, it got loads more engagement. Or when when she's in a bikini, right, everything goes well. Right. We're in the Philippines, we're in Bali, and it just kind of rolled for us. We were like, let's roll with this. Got a bit of a following, got to 30,000 followers, got invited to stay at a 5-star place. This was in Sri Lanka, so this was only a few months into our travels.
Is this your first deal?
This was no, this was free. This was just a little freebie. But
yeah, still, that's a deal.
This was come stay with us for the weekend in this 5-star hotel and post some stuff on social media. And to me, this was mind blowing. Yeah. Like I've only ever done like European caravan holidays as a kid, and now I've never been to a 5-star hotel. Right. So we went there, and that was then when we got back from that and back to our hostel where we were staying in bunk beds with cockroaches and shit. And we were like, God. I was like, no, this is a thing. Like this, we can make something of this. So let's really use this. I had no background in marketing, but let's use this to kind of try and make some money or make our stuff go further. And it just kind of spiraled.
So did you guys have a couples account?
Yes, Charlie and Lauren.
Oh shit! And then now there's no Charlie and Lauren, or like did you take
it's Charlie Pauly? Charlie Pauly.
Oh my God! You swooped in on. Did you guys have?
So it was always mine. Like I already had the. Just quickly cut it off.
Right.
No, I bought her out at the beginning of this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought her out at the beginning of this year, and it was always my. Yeah. We've done it. We're good. We're on good terms. There's no hard feelings. It was always my baby.
Is she still doing travel content or no?
No. Okay. She's got her own Instagram, and she's got a bit of a following through what we had together, obviously. Right. But I don't really know what she's doing, man. Yeah. I don't really know what she's doing.
I know this is not supposed to be about you, but
no.
I got juicy.
I'm happy to talk.
Darci
Yeah,
likes
it's interesting.
the tea.
It's interesting.
I had to get the tea.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Rami is also going to chime in because she's a travel blogger, she's been like blowing up recently. So I'm sure they might just like push me out of this podcast today, but that's okay. Okay, so now when did it turn into like, okay, you can do this for real? Yeah. Like after you got that 5-star hotel, obviously you didn't make money off that. No. You just got to stay for free.
No, so for that.
When did you decide?
Yeah, that was like 2017. Then we kind of floated around and we were kind of trying to save as much money as possible. And then it was when we arrived in Bali. We were like, let's slow everything down and let's really focus on this. And we left the UK with like £20,000 saved. And we were just trying to make it go as far as possible, actually heading towards New Zealand again, where maybe settle down and do something there. Got to Bali, we had like $4,000 left. And I just started pitching out emails to people. And that was where we got our first like brand deal. We got paid like, I don't know, $500 to do some photos in some kind of, I think it was a kimono that girls wear, like one of them things. Hit up this company.
So it was like a product.
Yeah, it was a product.
That's funny.
Posted it on Instagram. Yeah. This is 2017. Made $500. Invoiced them. Got the PayPal payment. I was like, we're in. This is we're good. We're going. Like,
do I call Hollywood or they call me?
Yeah. I'm big time now. Yeah. So like the $500 probably lasted us a week, but it was good. It was like amazing. And that was 2017. And then naturally, just as it built, worked with bigger brands, came over to Europe, started getting interest. Got to like 100,000 followers on Instagram, started getting interest from tourism boards and destination marketing. And it just evolved into this bigger brand. And now I've been doing it for 6 years and
that's
very,
awesome.
Very happy with it, comfortable with it, know the industry inside out. So it's been a wild ride.
When you meet strangers, like if someone comes up to you, hey, like I'm Charlie, whatever, and they say like, oh, what do you do for work? What do you say?
It's always funny.
Yeah.
I always say, I either say I work on social media or I mainly say like, oh, I'm a content creator. And then they'll go, oh, you're an influencer. And I'm like, I'm not really an influencer. Yeah. Like, I feel like I have more of a skill. Like people within the industry, I feel like, especially the travel creator side of things, they don't really like the term influencer.
Yeah, I mean, you guys literally create.
It's a hustle. It's a hustle.
And you have to make these places look, I mean, of course the places are gorgeous, but to make them look that good, like I travel, I post some photos and videos, like it doesn't do it justice, right? You guys have to really
make it look as good as possible. Yeah.
Right.
So I say like I'm a content creator and they'll be like, oh, you're on Instagram. I'm like, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I've got a travel blog as well, which is quite successful.
Gosh.
And they're like, oh, wow. So it looks like the dream. It is the dream. Don't get me wrong. I'm living my dream, but of course a lot of hard work goes into it too.
Where do you make the most money when it comes to, if you're doing a brand deal, do you pitch your blog more? Or do you pitch your Instagram more? Like for me, I have the most following on TikTok, right. But the most money I get paid is actually through my Instagram following.
That's interesting.
Even
though I have the most following on Instagram, and Instagram brings me the biggest deals.
It does?
Yeah. But I'm really fortunate. Like we got into the whole travel blogging website thing early as well to try and diversify. And that now brings me in a good passive income. I make like $2,000 a month on
affiliates,
affiliates and ads, Mediavine ads. So that kind of ticks over. And then this year, at the beginning of the year, I took my mum on full time, and she's now my content writer for my blog.
What?
So
That's
that was like a huge move. That was a really cool thing to do. I've got a couple of friends who advise, like, if you're going to invest in, because I was looking to hire a content writer, and they said, if you're going to invest in your family, because they're going to care about your business the most.
So smart. Oh my gosh.
I've got like
hot tip of the day.
Don't steal that one.
I wouldn't trust my mom to write shit.
I was super fortunate as well. People are like, well, I can't do that because my mom can't write. I'm like, fortunately my mom's quite good at English, and it was like she was working at a school at the time, so I was like, look, you can work remote. Like I'm kind of introducing her to this life. They're into like camper van and narrowboat lifestyles as well, so she can now work from where she wants. and also it keeps my blog ticking over and the passive income. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
ideal, man.
Narrowboat? What was that?
So, oh yeah, this is an
What is
interesting
that?
topic. You know, like canal boats, the
Okay.
long, narrow boats.
Okay.
I live on one of them in the UK.
You
feel
live
that
on
should
a
have been
boat.
the first
Yeah,
point
we
of-
should have started with that.
Yeah, so a few years ago, obviously full-time travel, floating around the world, I needed like a base in the UK so that I didn't have to keep crashing at my parents or, you know, my ex-girlfriend's parents, whatever. So we bought, this is a cool story, got our first 5-figure deal. So we made 10 grand on a deal with a perfume company.
Wow.
And it was Armani. It was
Oh,
Armani.
nice. I was like, you better tell us what it is.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah, that was like our first big deal. We done an
Armani, I know.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Got nice
out.
wrists over here.
Yeah. So it was like we got like a 10 grand deal with Armani to advertise
Nice.
their new perfume that was coming out. We were the UK ambassadors. So I literally hit my dad up. I was like, Dad, we got 10 grand. Like, he was like, okay, let's buy you a little boat. I was born.
That's exactly what my parents would say.
Backstory: I was born on a narrowboat. My parents lived on a narrowboat until I was 1 year old. And then they sold up because it was inconvenient. And then when I went to Australia when I was 20, they sold the house and went back onto a narrowboat. So they love that alternative lifestyle.
Oh my gosh.
They're very like,
that's so cool.
I wouldn't say hippie. They're not like your traditional hippie, but they're very into alternative lifestyle and just keeping things simple.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where I got it from. So we invested and got a little narrowboat, and that's now my hub in the UK. But I've actually just moved to London last month. I'm renting a place in London. But yeah, so I've got
Who's on the boat?
no one.
Oh, just
No
chills there?
Yeah, just
all right,
chills
so I
there.
got somewhere to stay.
Yeah. If anyone ever wants to come to the UK,
Airbnb.
Airbnb
it. Yeah.
Airbnb that out.
Yeah. It
Extra
could be another
income.
little income stream. Yeah.
We got all the advice over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does it mean to be a travel blogger to you? Like, what's like your favorite thing about it?
Oh, for me, it's my absolute dream. Like, if you don't ask me 10 years ago, like, what do you want to do with your life? What was it? It would literally, my answer would be travel the world and find a way to make money.
It wouldn't have been boxing.
That was me growing up.
Right.
And then when I took the trip to Australia, it was like, wow, there's a whole world out here. I got to see some of this shit. I want to document it. I want to, meet the wildest people, tell the craziest stories. And that kind of took over. So
cool.
ever since I went to Australia at 20, I'm now 31. It's always been like, if people ask me now, like, oh, if you won the lottery, what would you do? I'd do the same thing I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I'd
Buy
just
a narrow boat.
Buy a bigger boat. Buy a bigger boat. Buy a yacht. No,
Yeah.
I'd travel the world and document it.
Yeah.
And it's all just been about, for me, trying to find a way to monetize it and keep it going.
Yeah.
Which thankfully I have. Yeah. So
Right.
yeah. Travel
That's
blogging is
really
everything
cool.
to me, man. I'm very passionate about travel.
That's awesome. If someone wanted to start posting their travels and monetize it,
Yeah.
because I feel like this influencer space, it's like there's so many people doing it now,
Oh, it's
which is
saturated.
great.
It's great, but it's also
definitely saturated.
Mm.
You obviously started earlier, but if someone wanted to do it right now, what would be, I mean, I know that this could probably be like hours of advice, but what would be like a big like piece of advice?
It's the number one asked question when people meet me, and I always feel like I'm not very good to answer it because I was very much right place, right time, got in early, like you say, bit of luck involved.
Right.
But people always say the same stuff, and it is so true. Find your niche, whether it's travel, whether it's makeup, whether it's beauty, whatever it is. But also the big thing for me is find what sets you apart from everybody else.
Yeah.
For me, it's my personality. I was never going to be the best photographer or videographer in the world, but I feel like I can talk, hopefully. I've got a bit of banter, like we have a laugh on there. And it's finding
It's
what
the accent.
Yeah, that's what it is. Over here anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love your accent.
Right.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh
That's
my
what I go to. But yeah, that's like your personality will set you apart.
Yeah.
Or your skill. If you're really good at something, go for that. But yeah, find what sets you apart and focus on that. And then obviously just network within the community, try and be relatable, which is key nowadays.
Yeah.
It used to be all about curated, beautiful pictures.
No.
Now everyone's doing funny comedy stuff on TikTok. And it's just
Right.
people open their phones when they go on social media. They want to see stuff that they can relate to, not stuff that's like out of this world,
Unattainable.
unattainable,
Yeah.
keyword.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's my little 2 cents. Yeah.
Rami, can you chime in just because you just started this fairly
True.
recently?
I think the reason that I blew up on TikTok was because I wasn't doing that like old school travel blogging thing where it was just beautiful destinations and like, well, how do you do that? Which was like very much 2015, 2016 Instagram vibes for travel blogging.
Right.
Like I kind of went on TikTok and started talking about like how I book my flights, like the very boring stuff that normal people who don't travel a lot don't know. And so I think that even though it comes as second nature to me and you, Charlie, like there are still so many people who don't know how to use Google Flights the right way to find a cheap flight. And so I was just talking to the camera about that kind of stuff, and people were like, oh my gosh, I've never heard someone explain it this way before.
It's so
Yeah.
funny
And
as
to
well.
me, I'm like, really?
It's
You guys
normal.
not know how to
Yeah,
use the internet?
Because it's so
But
natural to you,
it's
right?
so
It's
natural,
so easy,
but I think, a lot of travel blogging people don't actually like talk to the camera and tell you those little tips.
They just
The
take
way that you
pictures
do
Yeah,
of
make it look so
Yeah.
beautiful, but
Yeah.
then people are thinking, how do I do that?
Yeah,
Right.
And that's where you come in and just give that advice that comes second nature.
Yeah, the educational side of things that nowadays has been really what's blown up on, especially TikTok. But yeah, educating and helping with that. Kind of like obviously the company that sponsors this. I don't know if you know much about Onomy, but they specifically like teach you things that you probably didn't learn in school. So like about finance and like career stuff. And I mean, that's how I got connected with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
There's
like,
a huge
that's
gap
what's
in the
blowing
market
up.
for
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
That's
It's like,
great.
I didn't learn anything about taxes.
No,
That's
no,
like the
no.
most important thing.
100%.
Like I still honestly don't know. So I need to watch more Onomy videos.
Same. And I work
Hopefully the
there.
tax man's not watching this.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I want to know how the hell you make money.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we have an idea, right?
Yeah.
But what's the biggest? Let's like do biggest and smallest, right? So what's the biggest either hotel or brand deal? I don't know if it's the. Actually, no, it has to be more than the Armani one probably. But yeah, what's the biggest one you've ever done?
Biggest deal I've ever done, like monetary wise, £15,000.
Okay.
Yeah, that was with I won't say this one, but it was with a tourism board in Europe. I work a lot with tourism boards, so essentially how I make money is on Instagram. There's no way with like TikTok and YouTube where you can make direct revenue.
Right.
So you post a video, you post a photo, you don't make any money. But the brand deals or partnerships that you get aside from that on the outside is how you make money. So for me, it will be a lot of destination marketing. A tourism board will come to me and say, we're going to pay you X amount, 5, 6 grand, whatever. Come over for a couple of days, post 1 or 2 photos, some stories on your Instagram, and that's how you get paid afterwards. But yeah, I've done a summer ambassador campaign in Europe, and that was like £15,000. And I also done another one with Groupon, which was the same.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So what? Tell me what exactly you had to do for the 15,000. Like, was it like 2 reels and 1 story? Like, do you remember?
It would have been a lot. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was all Instagram-based content, and it would have been like daily story. I think it was a 10-day trip.
Oh wow!
And it was like daily stories, which
just like being there.
Yeah, being there.
You're gonna do it
anyways. I do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it here
It's
today. I
very
just took a video a
organic.
minute ago telling everybody
Yeah.
I'm here doing a podcast. So I do that every day anyway. And then it would have been at the time there wasn't reels, but posting, I don't know, maybe 5 photos of the beautiful destination and what we got up to there. So
got it.
Yeah. And I've had it. I mean, that is not every day. That's like a once a year job. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
It's
big
like,
5-figure deals. I've only done a handful of them.
Right.
But yeah, month by month, I make decent money with brand partnerships, whether it's tourism boards or consumer products or whatever it is. So
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the worst experience you've ever had in your career? Whether it's like a travel trip or a brand deal gone wrong, like what's the worst experience?
Oh, I don't know if I really had any like brand deals or anything go pear-shaped, but
Must be nice.
yeah.
I've had a few.
Yeah.
Nice.
More just, I think, like lack of communication and misunderstanding. Like I remember like going halfway across Thailand to work with this hotel chain, and then we kind of finalized everything via email, and then you get there and they spring this contract on you that is completely different to the email.
Oh my
and
gosh.
It's just like, fuck, really? Like we should be like, we've done all this in the email. That's why we've done the
Like
email.
now I'm here.
Now I'm here. And yeah, we ended up, so this is actually a funny story. So I'm very like stubborn with it, and I'm like, do you know what? Fuck the money. You've messed me around. I'm out. So I walk away from it. Walked away, got on our moped broke down. And it was like, oh no, this is terrible.
You're like walking back with your tail
one of
between
those,
your
like,
legs.
yeah, fuck you.
Oh my god.
About that bed. Is it still
Anyways,
there?
can I stay?
Yeah. Just signing the contract quickly.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
that
that's
was
so
a bit
funny.
of a shambles. But more so like what I had recently is like working on tourism boards in like group trips.
Mhm.
And just people not getting on.
Yeah.
People can't
man.
bite their tongue. Like they have to voice their opinion. You're on like a 5-day trip. Like we could be here now doing this. We don't all have to be best friends.
Right.
But let's get the job done. Let's have a laugh. Let's just get on with it. And then
Yeah.
afterwards we might never speak again. But like when you're in a professional environment, some people just they haven't got background training in like how to conduct themselves. You know what I mean? And they're just people are very opinionated. So that happens a bit on these like group trips. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Most of the time it's great. I came over to LA working with Disney.
Okay.
So I've done like a 6-day job in Anaheim.
Casual.
Absolutely. Oh, career highlight.
Yeah.
Forget the money and like the
Yeah.
Armanis and this. Like
Right.
Disney's a career highlight
That's
for sure.
sick,
So yeah, I've done
yeah.
Florida last month with them, and then I came over here to LA to do
Oh my
Anaheim.
God, that's
and that's why I'm in
awesome.
LA now. And then I
Yeah.
just extended and I'm staying with a friend. But yeah, like
That's so
doing those
cool.
kind of trips, you're getting like-minded creators. You're having a great time. You're at
Yeah.
Disney. Like people are getting on. It's absolutely incredible. So most of the time it's like that, but you do get some oddballs in there.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Okay, give us your most embarrassing.
Travel story.
Yeah. Or just like work story that you've ever
This is
dealt
terrible.
with.
I have one that comes to mind, but I probably shouldn't say it.
No, that's
say
the
it.
one you
have
should
to
say.
it.
How raw are we going here? So
Just, we'll cut it out.
Yeah. Secretly, like tell the story.
Yeah.
I ran a group trip with my followers. No one knows this. They don't know this.
Ooh.
To the Philippines.
Okay.
And we'd done this epic hike, like came up into the wilderness, got beautiful pictures. And as we came back down, I was dying to go to the toilet.
Oh my gosh.
And, yeah, it's a toilet story. And
I love a toilet story.
went to the toilet, and bearing in mind, like, my followers are like they're probably using the toilet or waiting outside. There was 12 of us.
Yeah.
And I finished the toilet. There's no toilet paper. And
nice.
I used leaves from outside.
Oh my god.
Because I'm in the Philippines, right? It's
Yeah.
all great. And it was
That was
uncomfortable.
that?
It was very, very, very uncomfortable
Hey,
for
I
the
mean-
walk home. And I come out like, hey, and I've got to be on best behavior. I'm like, hey
Yeah.
guys, that was sick, wasn't it? And I'm just
Oh
like,
my
my
God.
ass is on fire. And I'm just like walking along, like, okay, cool. Let's take selfies. Let's do videos.
Oh
Yeah. And
my
I'm just like, get me in
God.
a shower.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. That is
so
the worst.
I don't know.
Oh.
That's terrible. I don't know why I told that story, but that rung to my mind. And I thought, let's get it out there, man.
Yeah, we
If
got
you
it.
were on the trip, you probably didn't know that. But
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Okay,
Yeah.
the last thing we're gonna do is a little game I call, or everyone calls, Smash or Pass.
A little game I created.
This is terrible, man. I've been playing this a
Iconic.
lot walking around LA, so I should be used to it.
Wait, yeah, we can find
Okay.
you a new girlfriend around here. So we
Yeah,
can
man, I'm
smash
sure.
that. Sorry, Lauren.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is
Just
terrible.
kidding. Okay, ready?
Mhm.
You might take your drink of water.
Mm.
This is gonna get real. Just kidding. It shouldn't be too bad.
Are we doing like, what is this? People or objects? Or
It's no context. You just have to say smash or pass. Okay,
Okay.
ready?
Mhm.
Spirit Airlines.
Pass, never heard of them.
What?
Oh.
Like
Oh,
Ryanair.
yeah, because you're not from here. It's like Ryanair. of the
Yeah,
US.
it's like the shit.
Oh, like the shitty airlines.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take it, man.
Oh yeah.
Smash,
Okay,
man.
smash
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Smash that.
If it's cheap or if it's free, it's me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Oh yeah.
I like it. Cats.
Pass. Fuck them.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I love dogs. I love dogs.
Okay, I like you. Android.
Pass. iPhone.
Journals.
Yeah, smash.
Okay, sunglasses.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm 50-50 on that because I don't really wear them, but I know I should. And my mum's always on at me. So
Okay.
if my mum's watching, smash.
It's really good words together. Omelets.
Omelets.
Yeah.
Pass.
Oh.
I don't know.
Egg white omelet or regular?
I had a bad
Oh,
experience when I was younger and it made me really sick. So I've never eaten omelets again.
Okay.
There you go. True
Boxing gyms.
story. Smash all day. Yeah, I
Okay.
went to
Do you
the,
still do? Do you
I
still-
went to the Wild Card where Freddie Roach is in LA the other day, and that was like a huge bucket list for me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
say
just a-
that's so fucking
Yeah,
cool.
cool, man. Yeah, yeah. I've done a
Um,
little tour around LA of the boxing gyms. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and last one is travel blogging.
Yeah, all day smash. Big smashes.
Smash.
Yeah,
Big. Yeah. Like lasts more than a few minutes. Smash.
Round 2 smash. Round 3 smash.
Okay, before we go, well, first, Rami, do you have any other questions for our lovely travel blogging guests?
Oh, okay. My question, and I get asked this all the time as a travel person: where is your favorite place? I know
Yeah.
it's hard.
Oh,
Yeah,
What
no,
would
for
you
me,
say?
I get it. Yeah, it's the number again. I just go Philippines, man. I spent a lot of time in the
okay,
Philippines,
nice.
and
Philippines,
I
I've never
absolutely love it
been.
there. Yeah, the people are genuinely the friendliest people.
That's
like,
awesome.
Oh, amazing.
Ever. The destination is like when you see postcards. When you're there, it's like actually there. Like,
What
yeah.
place would you suggest people go to? Because I wouldn't even know like where
I
to
traveled a
begin.
lot. Siargao out on
Okay.
the east coast on the east side of the islands. There's like 7,000 islands. Siargao is like a little cool surfer, like a little mini Bali.
Yeah.
But then if you want like really beautiful crystal blue waters and palm trees out on the west side, there's an island called Palawan, and people go up top to
Palawan, I've heard of
yeah,
that.
El Nido
Nice.
and Coron.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to do all the things now. Tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where, like, if they want to hear more of you, which
Yeah.
I
So
don't
the
know
main
about
the main
that.
platform is Instagram, Charlie Pauly. If you search Charlie Pauly across anything, I'm on pretty much everything. But yeah, Instagram, Charlie Pauly, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest. My travel blog is called Wanderers and Warriors, which is where I write my guides and itineraries, or my mum helps me write my guides and
Yeah,
itineraries.
yeah, now that we
But
know
if
the
you need
secret.
if you need to know anything where I've been or what I've been doing, best things to do in LA, all that kind of stuff.
that's
is
so
on my
nice.
blog,
Like,
yeah.
that's so useful.
Oh, that's why
Yeah.
I got into it in the first place, because
Yeah.
I was getting bombarded on Instagram. Like,
Where
oh,
do I
you've just been there.
go?
How do we do that? How much did it cost? Blah, blah. And I was like, there must be a market for this.
Perfect.
Write it on a website. And now I get like,
Yeah.
120,000 views a month on my
Oh, nice.
120,000 individual people a month going on my website to find out information, which is, again, mind-blowing, yeah. But
Yeah.
brings me a bit of
Nice.
money and it's easy to document, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for
No,
coming
thanks for
on Down
having
and
me, man.
Dirty.
This is
This
cool.
is so much fun. And yeah, find you, Charlie Pauly. And thanks again for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.